Shalom. For the foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wukakadas. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all the occupants across the globe, pushing the word truth and sincerity. This is my response video to the Gentiles, which is, a stumbling block, man. It's a heavy topic. It cuts a lot of false doctrine, or false black-only Israelites. It also goes into Israelites being scattered abroad. And basically the Gentiles in the New Testament are Israelites who didn't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright, going after the ways of the heathen. Alright. The Gentiles in the Old Testament, you got the heathens of the other nations, and you got the Israelites, man. Alright, who wasn't keeping the commandments, man. It's pretty easy, man, but we're gonna go into it with some precepts and Lord willing, it's edifying. I'll get a couple of these real quick. You got some real quick? Go ahead.
Well, we know through prophecy that the Israelites were scattered out the four corners of the earth, and we went into slavery. Because actually, when you conquer, let's get this. This Hosea 8:8. It said, "Israel is swallowed up. Now shall thou be among the Gentiles as a vessel with is no pleasure, man." And that was talking about the heathens, man. Because actually, when you conquer someone, guess what? You become to cling on to them idols. And there's an account of that in 2 Maccabees, man. That the brother Ramakia brought out. That was beautiful, man. Because you got the same thing that was going on back then, the same thing going on today. And this 2 Maccabees 4, let's start at verse 8. It say, "Promising unto the king of Interlock 303 score talents of silver, and another revenue 8 talents." And besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he have license to set up a place for exercise and for the training of the youth of the fashion of the heathen, to write them in Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus. So guess what? They was conquered by this man Antiochus, and basically they took on the exercise, meaning their culture, man. Because guess what? When you be conquered by someone over generation, your kids end up doing what the heathen laws is, man. They don't keep the laws of what you used to no more, right? Let's keep going. It say verse 10, "Which when the king had granted, he had gathered into his hand the rule, and for brought his own nation to the Greek fashions," man. And that's what we did. Just like back then, who was in power? The Greeks and Romans, man. And what we did, we we went into the Romans basically culture and Greek fashion, man. Just like that today. Jay call themselves Americanized, man. Because guess what? They westernize, they go into the society, and they not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments like we supposed to, right? Verse 11. "And the ruler royalty privilege grant of the special favor to the Jews by the man of the John father of Antiochus, who made ambassadors of Rome for enemy and aid. He took away and pulled down the government which he had according to the law. He brought up new customs against the law," man. And that's what they did. They took away our laws and put their laws up. And that's what we start following, man. And that's why, guess what? You got Israelites scattered out the four corners of the earth. You get that in James 1:1, and Peter 1:1, and right here, this Tobit, Salakia, brother. This Tobit 13, verse 3. It said, "Confessing him before the Gentile, you children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them," man. Because guess what? The Lord was said that we was gonna have to be scattered out the four corners of the earth, that he can swift Amos, basically swift the nation of Israel for his hopeful elect. It was always a remnant of his people, because Esau wanted to get rid of us, man. So
James 1:1 says, "James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahushua to the 12 tribes which were scattered abroad. My brethren counted on, that's it. You know, they was just scattered abroad, man. All right, you go that word scattered, it means diaspora. All right, the Lord said that if we not follow law to the commandments, He's going to scatter us amongst all the nations on the earth, man.
That's right.
All right, so if you go into the Acts 2, and this is going to Acts 2, where it says, and it says Acts 2 and I'm just going to get to the point. It says on 6, it said, now when this was noised abroad, the multitude gathered, and this is when the 12 was already receiving the gifts of the tongues. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because they heard every man them speaking his own language. All right, I'm going to jump down. It says in verse 8, it says, how hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born. All right, now this is specifically saying that these following languages are the places where the Israelites were born. Let's see some of the places where they were born at. It says Parthenians and Medes, Elamites, and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus, Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, in Egypt, in the parts of Libya, Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, Cretes, Arabians. We do hear them speak in our own tongues the wonderful works of the Most High, man. All right, so that's over 10 or 12 national places where Jacob was scattered at, man. All through Asia, all through the so-called Middle East, all through these little islands. You go to Cappadocia and Pamphylia, these are like little islands of off of Italy, man. Okay, and the Israelites were scattered to all these places, speaking the other languages. Okay, all right, but the Lord put His Spirit upon them to be able to speak in those languages, man, which proves Israelites are the Israelites in the New Testament are Israelite foreigners, man.
And I can prove that real quick. This Ephesians 2. I'm gonna start at 11. Wherefore remember that you were being time past Gentiles, and that proved with Paul, man. Paul was sent. See, Paul was a Roman citizen, but he said that he was from the tribe of Benjamin, of the nation of Israel, man. Because guess what? Hey, only the Israelites can keep the customs, man. Bible mercy, because you get 1 Corinthians 12.
1 Corinthians 12 and
1.
Yep. It said 12:1 said, now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would have you not ignorant. You know that you were Gentiles carried away into these dumb idols, even as you were led.
And that's why Paul was sent there, man. Because guess what? Just like the brother said, if you don't follow these laws, statutes, commandments, you're going to be scattered, man. And that's why they was going into these different towns, man, to speak in their language, because they was Romanized or Greekized or like Americanized. Because guess what? Hey, America is the #1 language across the whole four corners of the earth, man. They lost their language. They lost their culture, man. Because this so-called white man or all these heathens, hey, especially the so-called white man, take our nationality, man. It's saying Micah 2 that he even cover a man's house, even a man in his own heritage, man. So that's why we lost the way. Them Gentiles is talking about Israelite foreigners, man. Back in this Ephesians 2, man, and 11, it say, wherefore remember that you were being time past Gentiles, because we weren't keeping the law, statutes, commandments. In the flesh, who was called circumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands. That at that time you were without Yahushua, being alienated from the commonwealth of Israel, man, and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope, and without Yahweh in the world, man. And that's what we was. We was lost, because we didn't know who we were, because we went away from the Heavenly Father, man. The law, statute, commandment that was given to us, man. And that's why they was calling us Gentiles, man. That's why they was calling us, that's why we got swallowed up, went into captivity, like Hosea said, man. That's why you see in Hosea, it say what? Ephraim is among them idols.
Yeah, it's carry away with idols.
Carry away with idols, man. Because Ephraim, the northern tribe was what? Was heavy in them culture, man. And that's what put us on the bottom as to today, man. So like,
oh, that's good. That's okay. It's this is Isaiah 49 and 5 and 6. It says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserves of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Now, you got to read in Ephesians that they came to let them know that you're still part of the covenant, man. Okay? That matter of fact, can you read that Ephesians again?
bro. This Ephesians
12.
It's Ephesians 2 and 12. It say for before they consider coming from, oh, that's Galatians, so like it, brother. This Ephesians 2 and 12. That at that time you were without Yahushua, being alienated from the common welfare of Israel, and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world.
Right, and that's what Paul came to do this time, man, to give them that hope. Yeah. All right, to teach the Gentiles, to let them know that you still belong to the promises, man. All right, because he explained to them earlier on that we are the seed of Abraham, man. Okay. All right, and there was a division between the Jews who knew they were Jews and the Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles, by the circumcision, man. That's why Paul kept teaching. It's not about the circumcision of the flesh, but of your heart. All right, when you circumcise your heart, you're able to come back into the covenant of the promise. All right, and which matter of fact, let me get down this real quick. It says, verse 19. It says, now therefore you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High, man. Okay, that household and the saints, and those are Israelites, man. Okay, those are the Gentiles that Paul was sent to receive the to recover the loss, man.
Cause you know why? Because there was always a remnant around, man. And can I get this real quick? This Joel 2 and 32, it say, and it shall come to pass that whatsoever shall cut off of the name of Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and Jerusalem shall be a deliverer, and the Lord has said, and the remaining whom the Lord shall call, man. So it was always a remaining of a group of people, just like in Isaiah, man. This Isaiah 11 and 10. It say, in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles see, and rest shall be glorious, man. Because guess what? It was always a group of people that fell away, man, that was going to come back and was going to seek a power, man. Verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day the Lord shall set his hand against the second time and recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Syria, from Asia, and from Pontus, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from the north, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign from the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, man. So guess what? In order to be an outcast, you was not keeping the law of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That you, because when you read, it's a lot. Can I get this one scripture real quick? It's a lot. I'm high. This Matthew 18. Say go to the brother. So like, brother, you see, you know where they say, oh, let's go to your brother. On the law, it's like 19, 18.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Well, 18.
Here you go, right there, 15, yeah. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him and fault before thee and him alone. And it shall hear thee that thou gain thy brother, because guess what? You was going to gain him by the law, by the scriptures, right? But if he would not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, and in the mouth of the 2 or 3 witnesses, every word shall be established. So he don't hear you face to face. You go bring it to the congregation, right? And then he shall neglect to hear thee, telling it to the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be as a heathen man and a publican man. Because guess what? He's not going about this law, man. And that's what we did. We was transgression of the Heavenly Father that made us heathens, man. And that's why the Lord is coming back to get the outcast of Israel, man. Let me finish this. They say, and then you got it, brother. So like, they say in verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and to gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, man. Because we were scattered. You got it, brother.
All right. All right. I'm looking for that. Let's see in the same chapter. 18.
I go.
Right. This is Matthew 18 and 11. It says, I'm gonna start at 10 just to get to the point. To take heed that you despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of thy Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which is lost. All right. All right. Those that are lost are the ones that are following them heathen customs, man. The same one the brother brought out in the Maccabees, going to the gymnasium and place of exercise, wearing hats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the Lord came to save those who are following the customs of the heathens, man. The scripture talk about following the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at them, man. All right. So when we got scattered abroad, these other nations, we assimilated to them nations, man. Yeah. Just like we did today, man. You look outside here, and you can see Jake walking around with them unks. You see him walking around with them kufis, okay? All right, in ties, in 3-piece suits, assimilating to the dress code and to the language.
Yeah.
All right, to the mannerisms of these other nations that's around about them, man.
That's right. You got something?
Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
This why the Lord said this, man. This Matthew 10, verse 5. It say, these 12 Yahweh sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and in the city of the Samaritan enter ye not. And so why would the Lord say that, man? Because it was 7 different sets of Gentiles, man. It was one with the heathens, that they was actually heathen, and Gentile that was the outcast, man. Because they was acting like the heathen, man. That's why Paul said what? It's no different from Jew or Greek. Because guess what? We was among the Greeks, man. And we was taking on the Greek fashions, man. But we actually was a Jew. So it say verse 6, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because they what? They didn't know who they were. And that's why the whole message was, man. That's why you're going to see a flunks of people come in this thing that look like a so-called white man. But his culture, his bloodline go what? Back to Israelite, man. Because we were scattered out the 4 corners of the earth, man.
It's Colossians 1 and 25. Wherefore I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of God. All right, and this is Paul again, man. All right, going to Colossus. All right, talking to the Gentiles, talking to the Israelite foreigners, right? So wherefore I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you. For who? For the Gentiles, to fulfill the word of the Most High. All right, even the mystery which has been hid from ages, from generation, but now is made manifest to his saints, man. All right, so Paul was there to teach the salvation, to teach Yahweh Shai, to teach the Israelite foreigners that they're part of the covenant, man. All right, to whom the Most High would make known what is the riches of the glory of the mystery among the Gentiles. And that's what we're doing, man. We're making known the mystery of the Gentiles to those who don't know that they're Israelites, man. That's why we go out there and we say it's not about color. All right, it's about blood, man. All right, on your father's side. All right, it said to whom the Most High will make known that what is the mysteries of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Mashiach in you, the hope of glory, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom. Hey, the warning and preaching and teaching every man are the same Gentiles, man. Okay, they're not no Israelite foreigners, right? It says that we may present every man perfect in Mashiach. All right, so that's the whole point, man. Okay, that Paul was going to the people at the church of Colossus to let them know that they're part of the covenant, man. Let them know that they're part of the that mystery is being revealed, that you are the Israelites, man.
That's right. Damn, it was one in Ezekiel. But also, another known fact, because it's always a controversy. A nigga want to try to save the heathens, man, to try to come into this thing. But hey, when you read what that is, Malachi, it say that my name is dreadful among the heathens, man. Hey, the heathen can't keep the law, statutes, commandments, man. But if an Israelite by blood, guess what? You can keep the law, statutes, commandments, man. That's why I'll get this real quick. Because the brother Mathadia did it, man, beautiful sit down. And this second address, 3, and 34, it say, weighing that therefore our wickedness in the balance, and there also in the dwell in the world, and so shall my name, thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. So guess what? The Lord was always dealing with the Israelites, man. It's only one nation that he chose. Verse 35, who when was it that they which, Salakia, or when was it that they which dwelt upon the earth have not seen in their sight, or what people have so kept their commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept that precept, but not the heathens, man. So guess what? The heathens can't come into these things, man. The Lord only chose one group of people, and that was the nation of Israel, man. And he scattered us among the Gentiles, and that's why he said he was going to shift us like, let's get in Amos, man. Because it was always a remnant around, man. It's Amos 9, verse 9, man. For lo, I was commanded, and I will shift the house of Israel among all nations, which we were scattered, like as corn is shift and shift, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth, man, because it was always a group of people that were a remnant of Israel that was going to always be remaining, man, among the heathen.
This is on second address 13 and 40. It says those are the 10 tribes. This is let me get to it. This is second address 13 and 40. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, so they came into another land. Okay, all right. So this is the, going into the captivity of the northern kingdom, man. The northern of the 10 tribes, right? It says, but they took counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, right? We'll let you know we were scattered abroad, all right, and go forth into a further country where the no man dwelt, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. All right. So here we are. It goes to show you that the 12 tribes, the 10 tribes that were scattered abroad, all right, going into captivity, and you read down, they overtook the boat, and they had come to America to keep the laws, but they didn't keep the laws, man. I will let you know that these tribes are Israelites, man. Okay. All right, because they didn't keep the laws in their own land, and they ain't keeping the laws here. All right.
This you wanted this earlier, but this Romans 10 and 19. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, but a foolish nation that I will angry you.
All right, and that goes to you dumb niggas who think that Jacob and these other lands aren't Israelites, man. All right, that's a stumbling block. That's how the Lord provoking you with a nation who you think is not our people, man. You know, an identity crisis when it comes to so-called light-skinned Jakes, man. You know, but the Lord said He spreads all across the four corners that we're going to be acting like the other Gentiles, the other heathens, that He has to send His word out there, all right, by ones who will know they're Israelites, to put the clothes back on you, man. And that's simple and plain, man.
Yeah. All right, one more. Because you said that we was among the Gentiles, and it was prophesied that the Lord was going to scatter us among the strangers in Deuteronomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to give you an account. This Judges 4:1. It say, and the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord when evil was dead, after they killed the Moabite king, right? Mm-hmm. Verse 2. And the Lord sold them into the hand of Joram, king of Canaan, that resigned at Hosar, the captain of whose host was Caesarea, which dwelt in Harazdah of the Gentiles, man. So guess what? When we went off and transgressed the Heavenly Father, the Lord cast us among the heathens, man. Mm-hmm. So you guess what? Just how you see us today. You know how Jake popping over a period of time that the kingdom was translated to another people, because the Lord said gonna put the kingdom in the right servant hands, and we gonna start popping them heathen women, just how we was doing it back in slavery, man. And guess what? You're gonna get light skinned babies, but they blood go back to what? The nation of Israel, man. Because we was among them. That's plain.
That's plain. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 16 says, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not unto the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. All right, so if you go back into the time of the action in Romans, or really all through the New Testament, you had Jake worshiping Mars and the stars of the heaven and the Queen of Heaven, man,
and Diana.
You know, all right. So that's that foolish nation, man. All right, and it says on verse 19, it says, and the Lord saw it. The Lord saw it. He abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, whom is no faith. All right. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They provoke me to anger with their vanities. I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn into the lowest hell, to consume the earth with her increase, and set fire the foundations. All right, I'm going to go down to verse 26. It says, I said I will scatter them up into the corners, make the remembrance of them cease from among men. All right, so at that time, man, they weren't being told they were Israelites, man. Fast forward to the time of Acts, and the time of Corinthians, man. All right, that was really a curse upon them, man. The Lord had to
Deuteronomy 28 and 64. It says, the Lord shall scatter thee among all the people, from one end of the earth even to the other. And that the brother got it in the account, 2 Esdras 13. Right? It say, and they shall serve other gods, which neither thou known or thy father have known, even wood and stone, man. And they do that as to today. Going to Buddhism. Some of them going farther to say they atheists.
Yep.
And that's the same thing. That's why when you read Jeremiah 10, it say what? It say, don't go in the way of the heathens, man. Because the heathens is not the way. We was taking on what? That Egyptology, that's where you get the Pan-African things stuff from. The Egyptian hairline, man. We never did that. That wasn't upon our culture. We wear beards upon our face, man. We are the Israelites.
You know, hopefully it was edifying. You know, the brothers have been doing really extensive and excellent lessons on this, man. You know, and this is a true stumbling block, man. All right, if you can't understand that you being born in another place does not equate to your nationality, then something is wrong, man. All right, because you got Israelites being born in France, man. Does that make them French? No, it's still make them Israelites, man. You know, you got Jake in China, man, looking like Chinese people, but still they're Israelites, man. All right, so with that, I'll say call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.